Welcome. We believe that listening is the most natural way to learn a foreign language. On this channel we will publish conversations between two people each time on a different topic so that you can improve your English without boring grammatical rules. In order for the brain to absorb the language as much as possible and to automatically think and speak in English, it is recommended to listen to each episode several times at a distance of days. If you find these podcasts useful, we would be grateful if you would subscribe to the channel and like. Enjoy.
Ever look up at the night sky and just get lost in all those stars?
It really makes you wonder, right?
About if we're really all alone out here. I mean, it's a big universe.
It's huge.
And that's actually exactly what we're diving into today. Are we alone in the universe?
Big question.
And to help us really explore this one, we've got an excerpt here from a paper, episode 04.pdf.
Those would be good.
So we're going to look at the arguments for and against alien life and unpack some of those challenges that make it so hard to find them. But first, let me just throw a crazy number at you. You ready for this?
Hit me.
Billions.
Billions.
Billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars.
See, this is what gets me, just the scale of it all.
Right. So statistically speaking, doesn't that kind of make you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the odds, right. And then when you add in all those exoplanets we've been finding.
Exoplanets.
Yeah, the planets orbiting other stars, not our sun. That just throws even more fuel on the fire, doesn't it?
Totally. But how do we even begin to wrap our heads around all of that?
Well, that's where Frank Drake comes in.
Drake, the rapper.
Haha. Not quite. This is Frank Drake, the astrophysicist. He came up with an equation called the Drake equation.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's meant to estimate the number of civilizations out there in our galaxy that we could actually detect.
It sounds cool in theory, but isn't it based on a lot of assumptions? Things we, don't really know for sure?
True. It uses a bunch of variables, and some are tough to pin down.
Like what?
Well, for example, the fraction of stars that even have planets. Luckily, astronomy's gotten so good we're figuring that one out. Most stars seem to have planets.
We've got that going for us.
Yeah, but then you have how many of those planets could actually support life. That's a toughie. But still, the Drake equation, even with all its guesswork, suggests a decent chance for life out there.
Okay, so there's hope. And the source we're looking at today actually lists some good reasons to be optimistic, right?
Right. It points out that we're finding the ingredients for life everywhere we look. You know, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen.
Like the basic building blocks.
Exactly. Those are all over the universe. And then don't forget how tough life on Earth is. I mean, we've got extremophiles living in crazy conditions like volcanoes and the deep ocean.
It makes you think, if life can make it there, why not on some, I don't know, weird planet light years away?
Exactly. Plus, there's this idea called the principle of mediocrity.
Mediocrity. That doesn't sound too hopeful.
It's not an insult to Earth, I promise. It basically means our planet probably isn't that special or unique. So if life popped up here, it stands to reason it could have happened elsewhere, too.
Makes sense. Though I do have to say, the distances between stars are kind of a bummer, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Even if we could travel at the speed of light, which we can't, it'd take forever to get to another star system.
Right. And then on top of that, what if civilizations just, I don't know, rise and fall at different times?
Yeah, timing's a huge issue. Like, what if a civilization was super advanced millions of years ago, but they're long gone now? Or what if a planet is just starting to develop basic life? We totally miss each other.
It's like a really frustrating game of cosmic hide and seek.
Totally. And then the source makes this other really interesting point. What if we're looking for the wrong thing?
What do you mean?
Well, we define life based on what we know here, right? But what if alien life is so different we wouldn't even recognize it?
It's kind of a mind-blowing thought, like maybe it's right under our noses and we just have no idea.
It's definitely a possibility. It makes you realize we've got to stay open to things we haven't even imagined yet.
For sure. Even though we haven't found any aliens hanging out, just the fact that we're searching, that's pretty amazing, right?
Totally agree. It speaks to our curiosity, our drive to explore.
Exactly. And who knows what the future holds. Maybe future generations will have some crazy tech that can finally answer this question once and for all.
I hope so. I can't wait to see what they discover.
So, I guess for now, we're left with this awesome mystery. The universe is vast, there are reasons to be hopeful, but finding proof isn't easy. But I'll leave you with one final thought to ponder. If we did find proof of alien life, How would that change us? How would we see ourselves differently, knowing we're not alone in this giant cosmic playground?
Well, that's something to think about.
And on that note, we're out of time. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.